Hi, Verity. How are you today?
I'm excellent, Martha. How are you?
Well, I'm excited to know that you're on the on the other side of the planet and that you're in the future because for you is my tomorrow
Yep,
from Australia. So thank you for getting up so early and doing this with us.
it's my pleasure.
And let's start by sharing with this audience who can be interested at some point in taking the psyche journey, who you are, where do you live, and how did Psyche find you?
So my name's Verity. I live on the Gold Coast in Australia, and I'm a Psyche facilitator. And it's funny how you asked the question, how did Psyche find you? Because it really did find me. And maybe everybody says that, but it was something that I wasn't looking for at all. It was my dad that found it. He was going through a hard time and ended up watching some videos from Bruce Lipton on the internet and then followed that to Psyche. And he found a workshop that was going on the Gold Coast a few weeks later, and he signed up. And he asked me to go with him. And actually, I said no. I had a quick look and I was like, what is this thing? It sounds weird. I didn't know what it was. I had no idea about the importance of beliefs, or I'd never heard of Bruce Lipton and certainly not Rob Williams. So I said no. But then, I changed my mind and I said, well, I'll just go with him to keep him company because he doesn't do this kind of thing. He doesn't sign up for workshops. So I thought, okay, look, he's doing something for himself. I'm going to go with him. And then it pretty much changed my life from then on.
So it did find you.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it might have been a couple of years ago that we were at an instructor's. No, it was at one of the events in Taos that Rob does with Bruce, and he did say that if you're ready, Psyche is going to find you, even if you're underneath a stone. It's going to go find you.
The funny thing is, he doesn't use it at all, but I use it every day, and now I'm a facilitator.
Yeah, I think Spirit finds the perfect avenues for us to get there. So once it found you in this unprecedented way, how do you think that Psyche has, or you've chosen more than a lot of people say, Psyche changed my life, and I understand the wording, but it's actually us choosing to do that.
Totally.
So how have you chosen to transform your life with Psyche?
In so many different ways, because I guess the first part was I changed my career. I've really never known what I wanted to do in my life. I spent about 8 years at university doing different degrees and trying out different things. And, I choose a path and I just follow it and I keep going until something, I can't go anymore. And so the last thing I did, I spent 4 years becoming an exercise physiologist.
Wow.
So I was working as an exercise physiologist with people with chronic illnesses when I was doing the workshop. And at first in the workshop, I was using it to balance for practical things. Like I had a new task that I had to do at work, some assessments that I was nervous about. And I had a whole big list of people that I had to call. And I was really resisting it. And so I did a few balances in the workshop. And then I found that it was just super easy after that. And that after that first shift, I really felt the power in it. And from then on, because I could instantly see the connection from what my exercise clients were saying about their lives and things that had happened to them, the connection and the component of health, about how important your beliefs are about yourself and life to how your health manifests. And so I instantly wanted to try it with some of my clients, and I had some amazing results initially, especially with the veterans I was working with PTSD.
How beautiful.
We were able to clear a lot of stuff that they were holding on to.
I bet. Wow.
And so now I've pretty much given up to it being an exercise physiologist, and the Psyche facilitator is my main job. And it's taken a lot of shifts of my beliefs to be able to give up that security of that, science-based allied health job that has guaranteed work.
The privilege of being able to do these interviews with so many of you it just melts my heart to see how diverse we are, and at the same time how we're all connected through this willingness to just make humanity a little bit better, one balance at a time. So thank you for doing that. Yes.
Oh, you're welcome. And it's helped me become, I think the main thing that it's helped me with is just confidence in every aspect of life. You know, I'm confident to be myself. And I'm not worried about what other people are going to think of me. And I was quite, you know, especially in that aspect of work, I'm like, what are all my colleagues going to think of me when I start talking about this belief stuff instead of, you know, evidence-based exercise? But I really could see that the shifts were coming much quicker, and I was being more effective using Psyche than I was with exercise. But for me, like, I know that whatever happens on my journey, whether it's career or personal, I'll be able to handle anything now that I have this tool and to support myself. It's
so
a huge,
liberating.
Yeah, it's really empowering.
Right, exactly. And empowering for us, and the possibility to communicate that to those who come to do Psyche with us.
Yeah. And it gives you a really good awareness of yourself and how you feel, and allows you to really when you take responsibility for yourself and your health, you know, and everything that happens, you get to have that gap between things happening and you responding, rather than flying off the handle or going into this sort of loop in your head about how everyone's against you, or all these things keep happening. You get to look inside yourself and think, what's causing me to create this in my life? Or even if someone says something to you and you react and you think, wait, what is it about that that's made me feel like that, rather than saying, oh, this person said that to me, or all these things keep happening to me.
Yeah. As we teach and we share that experience of becoming responsible and aware, like you're saying, that it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. And the beauty of, you know, turning that around and seeing what's it bringing to my life, it's priceless.
Yeah. And it takes all the pressure off as well, because, you know, you see things like, you can't go wrong, because you see things as like, mistakes aren't bad things anymore. It's, you know, they're growth opportunities, and and you learn things. And if if you're not making mistakes, you're not really doing anything new, right?
Right. Absolutely. So in this journey, if somebody was to ask you today, what is Psyche? What would you say?
Well, first I would say that it's a set of tools and processes to change limiting beliefs in the subconscious mind. But I know when I say that, it's a little bit abstract and bland, like coming from me. When I first heard that, it didn't mean anything to me. But it's actually really exciting, because once you understand that your beliefs are the foundation of who you are, your personality, and how you act and behave, it really means that you get to be whoever you want to be and feel how you want to feel. And from then on, you get to do and have whatever you want. So it's super exciting, because the possibilities are endless.
Yes, endless and ongoing.
And it's that thing where, because before you realize that this is happening, you don't understand why it's so hard to get this thing that you're trying to get, even though you're doing everything right, or that the same things keep happening to you, or you fall for the same type of people that's always wrong for you. And then also, I feel like we resign ourselves to the fact that life is hard or life is unfair, and you just have to put up with it. But, you know, you hear things like that all the time. People say, you know, oh, that's just the way it is. You know, that's just how I am. That's just my personality. I'm never going to be able to do this. But Psyche really puts you in the driver's seat. And once you feel that first shift, then you realize the power in it, and it's a total game changer.
Yes, that's true. I just, I've been watching the new Disney movie Soul.
Yeah.
I've watched it 3 times, because there's so many of these little things in there. And one of those scenes where it says, when you're in the chair, you're in power. And that's exactly what you just said. we are in the chair.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it again.
Oh, please do. It's wow. Whoever wrote that, I am impressed. So Verity, we get a lot of questions, doubts. Should I do this? Should I not do this? And I had them when I, like you said, I'm just gonna go with him, go along. And I went because there was a very clear voice in my heart saying you need to do this. But at the same time, I had all kinds of doubts in my mind. Am I gonna be able to do this? Is this really something, after all my collection of workshops, am I wasting my money? And we get a lot of those questions. If somebody was to ask you, should I go to a workshop? Should I take a session? What would be your advice?
Well, I would say if you're thinking about it, then, Psyche has already found you, because there's, pretty small proportion of people really in the world that have discovered Psyche. So if you're one of them, it kind of means something, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say to try it, to try everything. I mean, if you're wondering whether a workshop is the way to go, then it's easy to try a session first. It's not a huge outlay. And I'd say talk to a few facilitators and find somebody that resonates with you. Go through the directory, you can see everybody's picture. And that's how people have found me before. They said they've gone through and like, oh, I really connected with something about your picture or profile.
Mm-hmm.
Find somebody that you feel like you could connect with, and just have one session and see how it goes, because there's not that much to lose really. But I wouldn't say that Psyche is for everybody. I don't think there's one modality that will fit everybody. But if you're really wanting to change something in your life and you're ready to take responsibility for it, then definitely try it. But if you want somebody to fix you, or you're looking for some kind of magic, then don't bother.
Right.
Yep.
It does take that moment of saying, I am going to be responsible. So that's why it's not for everybody. I completely agree with you. And well, you've said this is what you do now completely. So we're going to be sharing your contact details so that those who are ready to transform their lives with you, I guess either in person or online,
I do
can
both.
find you. And be curious as to what happens next, right?
Absolutely. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, Verity, thank you so much, from not only on my name, in the name of the whole Psyche community, for your willingness to be a better you, to be a more authentic you, and to support all those who have the same intention.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a pleasure. It's a privilege to use Psyche.
And if you do see my dear Rosie, please give her a hug in my name. I hope to be able to hug her soon when we go to Taos next time.
Hopefully I'll see you there too.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Well, have a great day in the future over there where you are, and we will see you soon. Thank you, darling.
Thanks, Martha.
Bye.
Bye.